Hey, what's up? Just wanted to leave a message to all the people who clicked on this video. I'm just starting out. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really means a lot to a small-time creator. And yeah, if you have any questions about the comic book, about the creations, about the art, anything, I'm always down to answer questions. So uh, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Every minute, a minute passes in Africa, and that's another minute you could be liking, commenting, and subscribing while you still can. While I still can. Why, hello there, and welcome to Dead Witness Society. Today, I want to clear up any future confusion about my comic. So you will be seeing some overlap between a few different things, right? There might be a wizard, right? But this wizard, which is like a technique kind of stuff, um, might have a superpower, which would be more of a genetic, more of a like a passed down kind of thing, right? So there's going to be some overlap. He might augment his superpower with some wizard shit, even, right? I want to start off with monks, the inner path over here, and the inner path is the act of bringing yin to yang. The When you sit down and you really feel things out and enter a flow state, they do that to create qi flowing the yin into the yang. Yang is more physical energy, more muscle. It doesn't have to be muscle. How would I describe this? So yang is of the flesh, but not just of the flesh. It is of the body, of the material, right? So we can see yang energy permeate through physical matter. They combine mind or spirit or awareness to yang, yin to yang. We get qi. It's how much a vital force someone can put out at one time. Qi comes in three forms, basically. There is Jing, their lifespan, which Qi is directly pulled from. Jing is what they're born with. They're born potential energy, all basically stored inside of them. And as they live their day-to-day life, every living thing has qi. The monks have better qi. They recombine more yin and more yang with the qi that they already have. Qi. They do this through a series of meditations and training. We're going to get to kind of a stopgap. It does not directly convert to the next form of energy, the final form of energy, which would be Shin, formed through an entirely separate process from Jing or Qi, through experience, through living, through knowing oneself. This is the identity or the thought of self. And this is a form of energy that encapsulates a person's qi. In this comic, you cannot you cannot grow your qi exorbitantly fast. You can't do that because the thin layer of Shin around it will burst. The nature of qi, what it does, you can expect physical feats, walking on water, walking up trees, walking on hot coals. Can also be concentrated, if you're skilled enough, to specific regions of the body. The liver, if you're poisoned, right? Nervous system, perhaps, if you're super advanced, right? Into your eyes to see qi, just different than. Oh my god. We're cool. Oh! Jing can actually convert into a physical form through a process of intense burial, right? And this creates ichor. Think fossils, think oil formation. This occurs when a fallen or dead god lands on the planet. I get to that later. Or if a monk dies, it can be seen forming around their graves. And when the god or monk decays, their physical matter is converted into the sediment around it, combining their life force with the sediment. Ichor, body decays, it is filled in with the sediment around it, fusing with the Jing, transmuting this physical matter into ichor. And this ichor can be seen in a few different varieties, right? It can be sandstone, it can be amethyst ichor, it could be even a diamond ichor. Whatever materials and sediments were around this god or monk when it dies, and it's going to be used in a variety of different wizard shits, but it can also be eaten by plants, seen in certain graveyards and stuff like that. Native American sacred sites. A lot of sageweed, which can be any plant. It could be any plant. It could be mugwort, corn, grass. But some symptoms of sageweed are it's going to glow in the dark. It's going to be supernaturally tough. You might have to remove the ground around it if you want to harvest, if you want to keep it. And it's going to be highly medicinal. It's going to heal the body, right? But as I mentioned before, you cannot take too much sageweed or your chi will inflate exponentially and your shin or identity will burst, leaving you in a fucking comatose state. Beat a minute. All right, here's the segment where I point out the things that I forgot. So, there are two ways to get better chi, basically. Training usage of chi to get better chi, combining yin yang, that sort of thing. But there are also the 7 chakras within the body, like questions. These are questions that the monk needs to look inside themselves for the answer to. And when they find the answers to these questions, these deep existential questions, they get a subsequent boost in shin, better shin, more shin, around
And
their
just because you have
chi,
opened a chakra,
allowing for them
chi master
to have an exponential increase in chi without their shin bursting. And there are 7 of these questions within themselves, and they can be answered in any sort of order. But the first one, the root chakra, is the question, why do I live? What do I live for? You know, an artist might open their root chakra if they live for art, right? A serial killer might open their root chakra if they find out their purpose, their reason to live is to just fucking murder dudes. And the second way that ichor is made, a lesser ichor, is when a monk trains in the skill to expel chi from their body, right? It's a little different than the outer path, but it's kind of some middle ground there. It's a little gray area. But they expelled chi from their body after forming it inside themselves. And this chi accumulates on all the surfaces in the area they're doing it. It could embed itself into stone bricks. It could embed itself into concrete. And it bonds to the molecular grain structures of the substance, transforming it into a lesser variant of ichor. Yeah, this should be about it. What would it be? Blue? That's a fucking phenomenon, right? You know, most of these guys kind of suck. My balls in your mouth, ooh. Suck on my chocolates on the nose. So what ichor is in the multiverse or whatever. Hold on, I gotta think of a better way to phrase this shit.